Last night, St. Martin's faced a 13-point deficit against the CCAA's Cal State East Bay Pioneers. But the Saints furiously rallied in the second half, fueled by Diego Trejo Delgado's game-tying bucket in the closing seconds. St. Martin's in overtime had to come from behind again, with clutch free throw shooting from an unexpected lifeline. Stout defense proved to be enough to send St. Martin's to their fourth consecutive win. With GNAC play around the corner, the Saints welcome a future Division II foe in Lincoln. The Oaklanders are one season away from their jump to Division II. Amidst a gauntlet of a schedule lies a peek to the future of what D2 competition will bring. Hello again, everyone. Danny Abach alongside Rick Wells. And Rick, although St. Martin's captured victory from the fangs of defeat last night, you have to imagine Associate Head Coach Tyler Velasquez is looking for a much better response.
I would imagine so, Danny. Probably shooting-wise. I know in the first half last night, St. Martin struggled from the floor, shooting just 31% against Cal State's 55% from the floor. So Cal State was hot. And then that turned around in the second half, and they overcame that 13-point deficit to go into OT and then win the game. Great performance.
Win it in emphatic fashion. Diego Trejo Delgado was the hero last night, 12 points, but more importantly, he came into the evening a 58% free throw shooter, and in overtime, trailing by 3, Trejo Delgado made good on all 3 of those free throws.
Yeah, those are clutch. You know, those are the things you dream about when you're a kid. You know, you're in overtime, you're playing college somewhere, you're pretending out back in your backyard, and you're drilling free throws. Well, that came true for him.
Diego Trejo Delgado, the star for St. Martin's in the victory. For Lincoln and William Middlebrooks' squad, they're in the midst. They begin a very tough schedule. They come into this evening with a record of 1-4 on the year, but they begin play tonight here in Lacey, and then they head to Weber State for a game tomorrow night. Then they head back to Washington after the trip to Utah, and they take on Central Washington. And then they have a day's rest, and then they have to face Division I Eastern Washington. This is going to be one heck of a schedule for Lincoln.
4 games in 5 nights in state after state, traveling. Probably going to travel all night long to get here in the morning. I don't know how they're going to work that.
Well,
I'm sure fatigue will play a part of that down the road. You know, that last game, that's brutal.
And to do so against a Division I opponent, no less.
No less.
But this Lincoln side, they endeavor on a tough stretch, and they look to play Division II ball. This is going to be perhaps an early warm-up to what the schedule will be next year. But William Middlebrooks' side has made the trip up as they begin the Northwest Swing. Let's head to the floor with our public address announcer, Joe DeBruni.
Welcome to St. Martin's University Rockford Pavilion inside the Twin Star Court for tonight's non-league action featuring from Oakland, California, Lincoln University. They are currently at 1-4 on the season against the hometown Saints, who are 12-2 and 2-0 in GNAC play. Before we done the national anthem for the first game, so let's go ahead and meet the starters for Lincoln. At 6'3", number 1 is Joshua Russ. At 6 foot, number 3, Claude McKeskey. At 6'2", number 4, Elijah Williams. At 6'4", number 8, Christian Bond. And at 6 foot, number 11, Lelu Cali. Your head coach is Mr. William Middlebrooks, assisted by Sandy Valenti.
inside Marcus Pavilion. We're set for Lincoln against St. Martin's. Let's meet the starters for both these two teams. First for Lincoln, starting lineup that features Joshua Russ along with Claude McKeskey, Elijah Williams, Christian Bulla, and Lalu Kalige. For St. Martin's on the other end, they bring their starting lineup that features Emmanuel Adele, Jaden Nielsen Skinner, Marcel Stevens, Diego Trejo Delgado, the hero last night, and Dyson Lighthall, the presence in the paint for St. Martin's. To begin the game, Christian Bala, the opening tip against Dyson Lighthall. The first of 4 games in 5 nights for Lincoln. St. Martin's, one final tune-up before conference play. We're underway from Marcus Pavilion. Jaden Nielsen Skinner rides up the floor, defended by Lalu Kalige. Flies one to Emmanuel Adele, and in front the finish from Diego Trejo Delgado. Claude McKeskey, top of the key for Kalige to Christian Bala. Joshua Russ couldn't find it. Diego Trejo Delgado ahead for Jaden Nielsen Skinner. Right side, Trejo Delgado missed the 3. Rebound claimed by Joshua Russ. Back up the way comes Christian Bala. Missed on the layup. Emmanuel Oladele up ahead for Jaden Nielsen Skinner. Slowed down by McKeskey. Long 3 missed by Oladele. Rebound claimed by Joshua Russ. And Claude McKeskey comes up with the loose ball. Here's Joshua Russ. Right side McKeskey. He'll slow it down. In front, Russ scores. Lincoln with the opening basket of the game.
Big gap in the front of the zone right there for that shot. They'll probably tighten that up next down the floor.
Trejo Delgado sinks the 3. And St. Martin's with the 3. It's a 3-2 game. Bala. Kalige to the right wing side. Great pass inside by Russ. Gave it away. Emmanuel Oladele on the rush for St. Martin's. Nielsen Skinner, Oladele. Left side, Trejo Delgado. In and out. Last touch off of Oladele for St. Martin's. Lincoln basketball. Diego Trejo Delgado. First 5 points for St. Martin's. All this coming 2 minutes into the ball game. Kalige inbounds. Lalu Kalige to the right side into the corner. Elijah Williams. Kalige out to McKeskey. Here's Christian Bala in traffic on Lighthall. Great defense for the forward for St. Martin's. Foul called against Lincoln, Christian Bala. St. Martin's, led by their head coach Aaron Landon. Associate head coach Tyler Velasquez calling the shots for St. Martin's. He has played that role opening stages of the season. Oladele left all alone. He sinks the 3. Oladele on the tray and an 8-2 lead and another steal. Here comes St. Martin's. Marcel Stevens down the lane. Foul charged against Lincoln. Going against Lalu Kalige.
Full court press by St. Martin's has been effective. They're getting deflections and got a steal off it right then.
Oladele spots the open Trejo Delgado right back to Nielsen Skinner. Marcel Stevens a 3, missed the 3. Fight for the rebound, claimed by Elijah Williams for Lincoln. How about a deep 3? Nailed by Lalu Kalige.
That was a long one, Danny. Shot that from Oakland.
All the way from the Bay Area, Oladele. Trejo Delgado, great find, the finish. Dyson Lighthall. McKeskey. They cross the timeline. Knowledge Rubin. All alone, Claude McKeskey. Kalige flies one in. What a shot! Lalu Kalige. Left wing side. Pass off line and a turnover.
Turnover off the press from Oakland as well. So
Lincoln record of 1-4 on the season. They won their first game of the year against Pacific Union on the road before losing their last 4 straight, which included a game against San Jose State. McKeskey to the corner. A drive from Elijah Williams. Rubin kicked out, long 3, missed on the effort from Elijah Williams.
good help by Delgado on that drive into the key. Shut that drive off.
Side for Lighthall. Matched up on Rubin. Nielsen Skinner left alone. Oladele, another 3. This time a miss. Stevens got a touch. Last off of St. Martin's. Timeout on the floor. 15:58 remains in the first half. For over 70 years, Panowitz Jewelers has provided clients with exquisite beauty and unsurpassed quality from our spacious and accessible store in Olympia, Washington. Visit Panowitz.com for more information or stop by in person at 111 Market Street, Northwest. Stay up to date on all the latest things Saints athletics by following us on social media at SMU Saints or by heading to our website, smusaints.com. 10-7 lead for St. Martin's on Lincoln. Danny DeBach, pleasure to join you alongside Rick Wells. And Rick, it seems to be the early emergence from Lalu Kalige.
I agree with that. Of course, you know, shades of last night, kind of struggling from the three-point land. St. Martin's were 2 for 7, 28% right now. Hopefully they can find their rhythm on that shot.
And last night, St. Martin's, it wasn't their best game by any means, but it was ugly, but they got it done against a well-coached Cal State East Bay side. And
they were well coached.
what a battle it was. Able to pull out the victory, so an impressive performance in the overtime win. But now although these are collegiate athletes, they're used to back-to-back nights, St. Martin's. But they have a little bit of a taste of what Lincoln will have over the course of this week. 4 games in 5 nights across 2 different time zones.
And lots of miles.
A lot of airline miles to claim. They could use that during D2 play. Marcel Stevens had the steal for St. Martin's. He looks to close in. Dished inside, out of the reach of Gavin Gilstrap. Lincoln back the other way. Lalu Kalige, long 3, missed on the effort that came from Michael Washington. And up the wing, Jaden Nielsen Skinner. He'll take the 3 and bury it.
Nobody came to him at all. That was a wide open invitation.
Nielsen Skinner saw the open space. Knowledge Rubin answers with a jumper. 13-9 game. Marcel Stevens says, whatever you can do, I can do better.
Somebody will play defense pretty soon.
Defense? What defense? McKeskey. Oh my goodness. Oh, good night. Lalu Kalige. He has unlimited range. 16-12 game. Have you ever watched pinball? Oladele fakes the 3. Deep 3 from Harper. Buries it. 19-12 lead for St. Martin's. Well, no way. The shot that came from Kalige. That was something else.
He's feeling it now.
Nielsen Skinner. Harper finds Oladele. Drives in on Rubin. Floats one. Denied by the rim. Rubin comes up with a board. This is Michael Washington. McKeskey. Washington again to McKeskey.
Bang.
Good night.
Wow.
Good night. Claude McKeskey put on a clinic for Lincoln. These numbers are stupid crazy.
St. Martin's is 5 for 10 on three-pointers. I take back what I said about shades of last night.
They put that into the dust. Look out! The finish from Trejo Delgado.
Hey, finally some points in the paint, Danny.
We haven't seen that in an awful long time. Rubin. Backdoor feed.
Nice pass.
Rubin on the finish.
Good vision on that. Good anticipation.
Deep ball. Harper with a layup. Jacob Harper on the finish. And a 6-point lead for St. Martin's. McKeskey flown up. Fouled on the way by Trejo Delgado. 7:05 elapsed time in the game. St. Martin's with a 6-point lead.
The last 3 or 4 trips up the floor, both directions have been high-speed transition, Danny.
Lalu Kalige with unlimited range from the outset. He already has 8 points.
He's 2 for 3 on threes and 3 for 4 from the field, so he's hot right now.
Lalu Kalige, have yourself opening 7 minutes. Second free throw. Converted after the foul by Gavin Gilstrap. 5-point lead for St. Martin's. Marcel Stevens to the rack. Trejo Delgado able to salvage the possession. To the corner for Harper. Relayed out to Omar Pixari coming in with a steal. Elijah Williams in on the finish.
He was waiting for that pass. You could see him getting anxious.
3-point game. Omar Edge Pixari out last night. Back in for St. Martin's. Left all alone, Nielsen. Skinner sinks the 3.
Nice shot.
6-point lead for St. Martin's, and the track meet only continues.
A smooth shot by Skinner right there.
Kalige finds Washington. This is Elijah Williams to Claude McKeskey. Kalige, a threat anywhere on the floor. Knowledge Rubin. He looks to drive. Rubin floats one in.
Yeah, a tough shot to make. He put that in the hole.
Here comes Jaden Nielsen Skinner. Open Marcel Stevens matched up on Claude McKeskey. Backdoor feed. Corner 3, Harper got it. Jacob Harper. How about 8 points from Harper? Trey, the shot missed by Kalige. Meanwhile, here comes Pixari. Nielsen Skinner, no look pass, gliding in!
Oh, that was nice.
Trejo Delgado! Washington misses on the layup. Momentum play for St. Martin's. Open, Stevens, corner, Harper again! Missed it. Rebound, save, and corralled by Michael Washington for Lincoln. Washington up the lane, scores.
No help on that.
So much speed. Tyler Velasquez has seen enough. He calls timeout.
90 miles an hour both directions.
Whether it's competitive rates, affordable loans, or great service, Twin Star Credit Union is here to help you reach your financial goals every step of the way. Together, we can help you realize your financial dreams. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. Danny DeBach alongside Rick Wells, and, well, we're not wearing hats here, Rick, but we got to hold on to them because we have seen fast play, deep threes taken, in particular Lalu Kalige with unlimited range for Lincoln, but boy, the first 10 minutes of play have been fantastic.
St. Martin's is 7 for 13 on threes, 54%. and then 60% from the field at 12 for 20. And blazing hot. And of course, take nothing away from Lincoln either. I mean, they're 50% from three land and 58% from the floor. Both teams just shooting red hot right now.
Lalu Kalije, boy, it's been impressive to see him shoot. He'll take shots from the logo.
Yeah, he has no conscience about where to shoot, does he? He shoots the long ones.
Would not be surprised if he takes a shot from beyond half court. It is incredible to see the range from Lalu Kalije. But as we settle in, although it is a lightning fast pace, perhaps if you're St. Martin's, do you slow it down?
I don't know. It's working right now. I say if it's working, make them stop you, you know?
Well, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Harper in front. Oladele on the finish.
St. Martin's broke that press with ease.
And points in the paint for SMU. Michael Washington finds Claude McKeskey. Opposed by Oladele. The steal. Omar edge pick. Sorry. Quickly head. Emmanuel Oladele. Tried to climb the ladder for the dunk. Instead, he'll head to the line.
Great pressure on that steal out on the wing.
Foul charged on Michael Washington. Emmanuel Oladele originally played in the GNAC with Simon Fraser. He's well traveled. Is Oladele. But familiarity within the conference. Oladele, 64% free throw shooter, makes the first one, and the lead is up to 10.
His hometown is Niagara or Ontario area in Canada, so he comes a long ways to play basketball.
He sure has, whether up to Burnaby. Oladele off the board, pivots, turns, shoots, and scores. What a finish from Emmanuel Oladele. 12-point lead, largest lead of the night for St. Martin's, is answered by Claude McKeskey with his jumper. 10-point lead for St. Martin's. Nielsen Skinner, what a find. Jacob Harper, no. Board from Joshua Russ for Lincoln. Claude McKeskey. Opposed by Nielsen Skinner. McKeskey kicks it out. Kalije missed it. Rebound. Williams is there. He scores. Elijah Williams.
Nice little pump fake on that shot. Oh, nice threading the needle on that pass.
Marcel Stevens punctuates the pass.
A lot of credit to Skinner on that assist.
McKeskey, Claude McKeskey. The bank is open. 8-point game. Marcel Stevens breaks out. Jacob Harper left all alone. He'll cut inside. Jacob Harper answers. 40-30, and we have barely passed the halfway mark. McKeskey. Great find. In traffic, Bala. One step too many in a travel call. Well, if you want offense, Rick, you got plenty of it.
I agree with you on that. This has been quite the show.
St. Martin's averages 82 points a game. They almost have tied that halfway mark with 8 and change to play in the first half. Here's Marcel Stevens.
Lincoln is shooting 62% from the floor, and St. Martin 64% from the floor.
Lalu Kalije. His stretch pass for Christian Bala over his head. 2 empty possessions back to back, something we haven't seen all night.
First time I haven't seen the press by Lincoln.
Here's Jaden Nielsen Skinner. How will they attack the Lincoln defense? How about this way? The 3 missed from Stevens. Rebound claimed partially by Michael Washington. A foul charge against Lincoln. Saints will keep the ball. 8:12 to play in the first half. So here's Jaden Nielsen Skinner to inbound for the Saints. Here's Dyson Lahal. Nielsen Skinner funnels out to Marcel Stevens. Off the Trejo Delgado screen, lobbed up by Stevens and in.
Nice shot.
The lob and the floater leads to 2 for St. Martin's. Oladele can't keep it in play, vying for the steal. Possession to Lincoln with 7:56. We reach a timeout in the action. At Twin Star Credit Union, it's more than just about providing a top-notch banking experience for our members. We have a long and proud history of investing in the communities we serve. Last year, we donated more than $1 million to help support local organizations, schools, and causes. We believe that everyone benefits from strong and vibrant communities. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. 7:56 to play in the first half. Danny DeBach alongside Rick Wells, where we looked at the offense early stages. It's died down a little bit.
Well, I'm looking at rebounding right now. I'll tell you, it's 10 rebounds to 10 rebounds, which isn't a whole lot of rebounds because the ball's going in. That's part of the reason. But St. Martin's does have 14 assists to just 4 assists for Lincoln. So they're finding the open man, getting the ball there, some nice passing, particularly by Skinner.
Jaden Nielsen Skinner averages 6 assists a game. He already has 4, as does Emmanuel Oladele. Doesn't assist often. He has 4 in the first half. That's very much not like him. He averages 1 assist a game, and he already has 4. Lincoln with the basketball with Lalu Kalije to inbound. Kalije has unlimited range. How about this pass? Open Joshua Russ. They work on the outside of the perimeter with Elijah Williams. At the top of the key, Kalije. He can shoot anywhere. Instead, he'll defer to Claude McKeskey. Gave it away. Marcel Stevens. Nielsen Skinner open along the left side. He looks to drive in. Floats one up. Off the rim and out. They quickly break out. Christian Bola. Uncontested to the rack.
Coast to coast.
Nielsen Skinner. Open Trejo Delgado. Claimed by Lahal. Dyson Lahal left-handed layup. Trejo Delgado on the finish. 12-point lead for St. Martin's. McKeskey. Kalije. Left side for Christian Bola. Here's Elijah Williams. Kalije. Back down to McKeskey. Kalije again. With Bola harassed by Trejo Delgado illegally. Foul dished against Diego Trejo Delgado. Fearless effort at the free throw line last night. Diego Trejo Delgado, 58% free throw shooter, trailing by 3 in overtime with 1:20 left.
Got fouled on a 3, if I remember correctly, correct?
He did.
I think there was a protest from the opponents that didn't happen, that he took a flop, but
yes,
the referees overruled that. So
yes, but to no avail. Trejo Delgado made all 3 free throws, and St. Martin's them winning the game. Oladele missed on the 3. Elijah Williams advances on ahead for Lincoln. Missed by Joshua Russ in the layup. Possession to St. Martin's with 6:20 left in the first half.
Lincoln is really quick up the floor. It's really hard to get your defense underneath you when that's happening.
And if you don't stay on task, you can be quickly behind. And we've seen Lincoln capitalize with that speed. A couple of coast-to-coast plays. Behind the back pass, Nielsen Skinner. And Marcel Stevens misses the 3. Would have been the assist of the evening for Nielsen Skinner. Instead, Lincoln will inbound. Better to do that now than in conference play.
St. Martin's in a 2-3 zone. Kind of leaves the high post area open, but that hasn't hurt them.
Collegiate!
Again.
Leilu Collegiate on the tray. Nielsen Skinner. Open Trejo Delgado. He'll close inside. Back to Manuel Ladele. Nielsen Skinner. Right side. Shoveled. Nielsen Skinner. Able to harness control. Oladele. Back to Nielsen Skinner again. Open three. Got it!
He had plenty of time to look that one out.
Lincoln tapping on defense for a moment, and they made him pay. Collegiate fakes the three. Into the corner with Claude McKeskey. Out of play. Possession to St. Martin's. 5:20 left in the first half.
Delgado is 5 for 8 from the floor and has 11 points right now. He's leading the team.
This
Shooting the ball well.
stays with St. Martin's, and the difference compared to last night for St. Martin's, well, offensively, it's obvious. They're off to a red-hot start.
Agreed. They're finding the open guy.
Kicked out to Marcel Stevens for Diego Trejo Delgado. Stevens closes in. Open room. Stevens to Nielsen Skinner. Marcel Stevens takes the three. Makes the three.
Unbelievable.
15-point lead for St. Martin's. 4:50 to play. Already at the half-century mark. Collegiate. McKeskey. Backdoor knowledge. Rubin splits the middle.
That was a great pass. Great awareness.
Here's Nielsen Skinner. Trejo Delgado lost it. Gave it away. Claude McKeskey drives on Nielsen Skinner and scores. And another timeout called by Tyler Velasquez. Through innovative products and services, Twin Star Credit Union is committed to helping its 250,000 plus members achieve financial success. Because we're a not-for-profit credit union, we focus on what matters the most, helping the people and communities we serve thrive. At Twin Star, you'll find unmatched service. Here, we're on a first-name basis with our members. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. Danny Bach alongside Rick Wells, where St. Martin's opened up their lead as they have an 11-point lead, and it was in the early stages. It was a track meet, but St. Martin's starting to pull away.
You know, St. Martin's was just blistering on their threes. Cooled off just a little bit, but still shooting 45% for 9 for 20. So that's still highly respectable. If you're shooting 45% on threes, I'll take that all night from a team. That's awesome. And then they're still over 50%, 56% from the floor. So St. Martin's still got the hot hand. Same with Lincoln. They're shooting 63% from the floor. So these guys are just not missing tonight, Danny.
Not missing, and it doesn't matter where on the floor.
I agree with you.
4:23 remains in the first half. After St. Martin's had called their timeout. Time to focus defensively if you're St. Martin's.
I would agree with you on that. Points in the paint belong to Lincoln right now with 26 to 22. A lot of that coming off the transition game, but still.
St. Martin's on offense. Omar Edge Hexari contacted by Michael Washington. Washington called on the infraction. This with 4:12 remaining in the first half. Jacob Harper will inbound. Here's Nielsen Skinner. Airlifts left side. Harper left all alone. He missed the three. Manuel Adele dropped back to Nielsen Skinner and over and back. St. Martin's not pleased with the call. Officials will discuss it. Both sides pleading their case. And official will head to the scores table, and possession to St. Martin's with 4:01 left. So here is Jacob Harper to inbound for the Saints.
I think that was a series of deflections and not a controlled over and back, so that's probably why St. Martin's keeps the ball.
And officially from PA announcer Joe DeBruni, inadvertent whistle, he says. Joe DeBruni has been in the PA seat for St. Martin's for quite some time. Does a fantastic job. Marcel Stevens to check in for Jacob Harper for SMU. 4:01 left after the inadvertent whistle. Omar Edgepick, sorry, nearly had a theft from Elijah Williams. St. Martin's inbound from the baseline.
Great quickness by Williams on that. He anticipated that and he got there. Good athletic move.
Have to stay ahead of the game. Here's St. Martin's against this Lincoln team. They can strike in an instant. Nielsen Skinner drives into the paint, backdoor feed. Emmanuel Adele missed on attempted shot. How about the second try? Also as unsuccessful. Lincoln towards the left side. Alu Kalije to Knowledge Rubin from the free throw line. He misses on the attempted shot. Back the other way comes St. Martin's. Oladele, Nielsen Skinner, 3 for 3 from 3, now 3 for 4. Pinballs off the head. Christian Bala for Lincoln. The Oaklanders out on the rush. McKeskey off of Lighthall, taken by Oladele. Nielsen Skinner advances back the other way. Jaden Nielsen Skinner back pedals out to Emmanuel Adele. Left side, Lighthall is trapped. And stoppage in play with 2:57 remaining. Gavin Gilstrap to check in for St. Martin's, replacing Omar Edgepick. Sorry. Now you see taller lineup for St. Martin's with 2:57. Timeout on the floor.
Last couple minutes, Danny, kind of a slowdown in pace and more deliberate in the offenses. Instead of taking advantage of that transition game so much, now they're actually running set plays and it's kind of slowing down that pace a little bit. I don't know if that's on purpose or just they're tired from being at the end of this half.
Neither team has scored a bucket for the last 90 seconds. And in a game like that,
yeah, you got 50 points at halftime already. I mean, if you double, that's a 100-point game right there. So a lot of scoring to kind of slow down the last minute and a half and really not put anything in.
St. Martin's on the year had one game over the century mark. That came against Douglas College back on November the 11th, where they have faced tough competition. They beat Regis by the count of 76-71 before heading into conference play up in Alaska. Haven't even looked at GNAC's schedule for St. Martin's and how they've gotten the most difficult trip behind him. Lighthall glides in off his own board. Dyson Lighthall on the finish.
Nice little hook on that.
Dyson Lighthall scores the bucket for St. Martin's. Here's Lalu Kalije. Aaron Landon calling signals on the bench. You see to the left of your screen behind Taylor Velasquez.
This should be a dunk.
Oladele on the finish. Tyler Velasquez calling the shots, and he watches Manuel Oladele on the finish. Lincoln looks to reply, but they can't. Nielsen Skinner back the other way. Jaden Nielsen Skinner from the elbow, dropped it to Oladele. Here's Dyson Layhall. Out to Nielsen Skinner. Oladele. Gilstrap, the finish.
Good power move right there.
All established from elite passing from St. Martin's. McKeskey. He'll buy time off the screen, established by Knowledge Rubin. Drubbed for Bala. Williams harnesses. Out to McKeskey. Kalija. Patiently drives. For to shoot. Swatted by Gilstrap. Preserved by McKeskey, who drives the reverse. Well, short. Gilstrap picks up the pieces for St. Martin's with 1:18 left. Here's Marcel Stevens. Nielsen Skinner drives down the lane from the elbow. No. Kalije. Right side for Williams to Kalije again. Missed the three. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Nielsen Skinner drives in. Missed on the jumper. 50 seconds to go. Left side, Elijah Williams. Out to Christian Bala. He'll float one and score.
That's a tough shot to make. He did a good job on that.
35 seconds to go. 8-second disparity between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Emmanuel Oladele. He plays catch with Jaden Nielsen Skinner. Off the left-handed dribble, quickly to Oladele. Fakes the pass. Emmanuel Oladele from the elbow. Out to Marcel Stevens. 5 to shoot. Long range three. Stevens got it! 8 seconds left. From the right side, they set up Kalije. McKeskey shoots the three. Missed it. And that's the way the first half comes to a close. St. Martin's with a 59-41 lead on Lincoln of California. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more as we are at the half here at St. Martin Athletics on GNAC TV. Back in a moment. Back live at the half, Danny DeBach alongside Rick Wells. We are moments away from the start of the second half between Lincoln and St. Martin's. And although it is an 18-point lead for the Saints, it has been second chance opportunities that have paid massive dividends for St. Martin's.
That's good, Danny. The St. Martin's has 11 putbacks to just 2 for Lincoln. Those second chance opportunities have really paid off for them. That's 22 points, 11 putbacks, so a big number.
But also look at some of the numbers for St. Martin's. They already have 4 players in a double figures, which includes Jacob Harper off the bench and Diego Trejo Delgado with 11, Marcel Stevens with 13. But what might be the notable figure in the first half is Emmanuel Oladele. Oladele with 10 points, 6 assists and 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. You have to pick a standout, although he's not the leading scorer, Emmanuel Oladele on triple double watch. He has done it all. He's also made a 3. Emmanuel Oladele already with a complete night, but we still have one more half of basketball to play for Lincoln on their side. The standouts, leading scorer Lalu Kalije with 11 points, going 3 of 7 from 3. And Claude McKessie also with contributions. He has 10 points and 3 assists, leading the way for the Oaklanders from Lincoln, California. And away we go. Here's McKessie. Off the left-handed dribble towards the left corner with Lalu Kalije. Parked on the left side, long 3. Good from Joshua Russ. 15-point game.
No hesitation on that 3 at all. He was confident putting that in the.
And the answer this time, Marcel Stevens with sheer confidence answers for St. Martin's. They trade a bucket for bucket. McKessie finds Christian Bala.
I see St. Martin's has switched to a 3-2 zone to kind of close off that high post area this half.
Bala emerges open, trapped. Hanging on the left foot, Williams kicked out McKessie, a 3. Missed it, shot clock dwindling down. Here's Marcel Stevens for St. Martin's. He'll backpedal with Joshua Russ defending. Trejo Delgado, Lighthall to the basket.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to defend man-to-man. Lincoln in a man-to-man trying to go up against Lighthall is a tough.
The floater from Kalije. So here comes Trejo Delgado. Oladele finds Lighthall open for the finish. Lighthall left all alone. They trade bucket for bucket, and Kalije misses on the 3 from well deep. Stevens, Trejo Delgado on Kalije, he scores. 68-46. In comes Lincoln in reply. Bala to the corner. Long 3, Russ. No. Stevens poked it for Oladele. Trejo Delgado ahead for Nielsen Skinner.
Lincoln much cooler. Cooled off a little bit this coming out here this second half.
Oladele missed on the 3. Vies for his own board. Lincoln with Claude McKessie to the corner. Stevens fended out a play. Possession to Lincoln. Opening stages, second half. St. Martin's already with an electric scoring output. Marcel Stevens leads the way with 16 points for the Saints. Emmanuel Oladele mentioned on triple double watch. 8 boards and 8 assists. So here's Pixari to Marcel Stevens. He'll close in off the left-handed dribble and ride to the rack. Marcel Stevens St. Martin's 3 minutes in, already up to 70.
Split those defenders very nicely right there.
Lincoln from the outside. Bala floats off the rim and out. The board for Emmanuel Oladele. Peksari to the right side. Stevens lobbed inside. And the finish. Gavin Gilstrap. Bala. Great move on Stevens. Fouled on the way. Foul charged against Gavin Gilstrap.
Gilstrap has such an advantage height-wise. They don't have anybody that can match that height. I think their biggest guy is 6'6". Gilstrap at 6'11".
In tandem with Dyson Lyhall, pass out of the reach of Elijah Williams. St. Martin's takes over. Again, we're watching Emmanuel Oladele. Up to 9 boards, 8 assists to go along with 10 points. Here is Oladele. Great find. Gilstrap, harass. Peksari, the 3. Off the rim. Rebound to Oladele. He glides to the rack and travels. Does acquire an assist. Not the way you want to earn a double-double. 2 assists away from the often rare triple-double. McKessick. Right wing side, long 3. Elijah Williams missed everything. Here comes Marcel Stevens. Watched by Kalijek. Lobbed up high. Dyson Lyhall. He hoped for Oladele. Defended out of play by Kalijek. We have a timeout on the floor. 15:55 remaining in regulation time. Pirelli's Pizza has been locally owned and operated for almost 30 years. It is the preferred pizza partner of Saints Athletics. Their top-of-the-line ingredients and quality service make for a one-of-a-kind experience that you can't beat. Try a slice for yourself at their Hawks Prairie location. Get a discount on 12 or 16-inch pizzas. 72-46 lead for St. Martin's as they have jumped out of the gate, where although they have been outscored, Lincoln has 13-5 in the opening stages of the second half.
They've also cooled off on their three-point shooting, Danny. They were blistering in that first half with 55%, and now they're at 31. So they've missed some shots and cooled off a little bit here coming into the second half.
And what St. Martin's has done well in particular, they've distributed the ball well.
They have. They're 22 assists to just 6 assists for Lincoln. You always are hoping your whole team is finding the open guy. And 22 to 6 on assists really speaks to that.
Also, another important part, taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, turnover-wise, we only had St. Martin's has 6 turnovers to 13 turnovers for Lincoln.
And
I remember in the coaching days, you're hoping, if you can hold turnovers to 10, you had a good game.
St. Martin's averages 13 turnovers a game, and Gavin Gilstrap on the low block extend the lead for St. Martin's. Back comes Lincoln. Elijah Williams from the outskirts. Claude McKessie. Watched by Stevens.
Nice
Stevens
steal.
comes away with a steal, glides in for the layup. And the lead is up to 30. To the corner. Elijah Williams looks to answer. Another board for Emmanuel Oladele. He needs 1 assist for a triple-double. Here's Oladele. Kicked out for Peksari. Gilstrap, Oladele to Peksari. Omar Peksari short on the jumper. There to pick up the pieces. Gavin Gilstrap for the deuce.
Gilstrap is just owning the block down there. Having a great game.
They have two eloquent forwards with Lighthall and Gilstrap. Bala drove in on combination of Gilstrap and Lighthall. Gilstrap charged with the foul. That sends Christian Bala to the line. Third personal, for what it's worth, for Gavin Gilstrap. 5:20 lapse time of the second half. At the line, Christian Bala makes the first free throw. That's the first trip to the line for Bala today. Only the second time Lincoln went to the free throw line. Bala goes 2 for 2, and St. Martin's has their lead diminished to 30.
It's amazing at a game at this speed and pace that Lincoln's only been 4 times to the line.
Oladele attempted a pass that turned into a shot, you could call it. Well, the unintentional shot leads to a 3 missed by Elijah Williams. St. Martin's heads back up the floor. Here's Marcel Stevens. Lighthall in traffic for Gilstrap. Right back to Lighthall. No basket. Travel call. Charged against Gilstrap. So here comes Lincoln back the other way, down by 30. And again, Lincoln coming up will have a very difficult test. They head tomorrow night to Utah to take on Weber State. Here's Knowledge Rubin. He looks to close in, floats one off the rim. Gilstrap the board. Here's Omar Edge Pexari. Dyson Lighthall counted and the foul. Dyson Lighthall. And the Saints have eclipsed 80. How about the advantage in points in the paint? 46 to 30.
It was 28-28 at halftime. I think that's what we reported. Right now it's...
Yeah, points in the paint prohibitively won by St. Martin's in this second half. Lighthall completes the three-point play the hard way.
Yeah.
So here comes Lincoln. Washington to Williams. McKessie disposed, dished inside. Knowledge Rubin with the deuce to cut the deficit down to 31. Omar Edge Pixari finds the open Gilstrap. More points in the paint for St. Martin's. Williams to the corner. Long three, good. It's Kalije. Only the second made three for Lincoln in the second half. Edge Pixari finds Dyson Lighthall. Puts one up off the rim. Fouled on the way. Called against Elijah Williams for Lincoln.
Lighthall with 11 points right now.
Marcel Stevens leads in scoring for St. Martin's with 20. Three other Saints, all with 10 points each, which include Oladele, Harper, and Gilstrap.
6 guys in double figures for St. Martin's. Great community effort right there.
Lighthall converts on the free throw. Nearly everyone who's scored for St. Martin's in double figures.
If Skinner gets one more point, everybody that's played will have double figures.
Here's Omar Edge Pixari. From the right elbow, great find and finish Dyson Lighthall.
Beautiful pass.
St. Martin's has been efficient through and throughout. The edge and assists go to the Saints, 26-8. McKessie. A drive in from Balog. Counted in the foul for Christian Balog. Saints will head to the line. Oaklanders will with Christian Balog. Bound to check in, Diego Trejo Delgado for the Saints. This with 12:22 remaining in the second half. Here's Bala at the line for Lincoln. 3 for 3 from the line. Bala checks out. In comes Michael Washington for Lincoln. Manuel Adele behind Trejo Delgado. He was looking for the assist.
He was.
Possession to Lincoln. Michael Washington to inbound for Lincoln to the last 12:19 of regulation. St. Martin's will next be in action on January the 2nd. Williams missed on the 3. Here's Omar Edge Pixari. Dished for Trejo Delgado. Whitehall. Harper the 3. No. Oladele comes up with the board. Finds the open finish. How about a triple-double for Oladele and the dunk from Trejo Delgado? Back comes Lincoln. March from Washington. He keeps it alive. Jay from McKessie. Short. Trejo Delgado up ahead for Edge Pixari. Closes baseline, gave it away. Knowledge Rubin. 4-on-2 for Lincoln. Launch and missed by Kalige. Back comes Jacob Harper. With Emmanuel Oladele. Trapped. He finds Dyson Layhull open. Looks to drive and take it himself. Kicked out for Jacob Harper. Omar Edge Pixari. Right-handed dribble for St. Martin's, open Layhull to Harper. 6 to shoot. Oladele closes in. Dyson Layhull lost the handle. Lincoln. McKessie gave it away. Trejo Delgado. Oladele with Layhull. 2-on-1. Back to Oladele.
Nice.
10:33 remains in the ball game. McKessie. Kicked out, long 3, Williams. And foul charge against Lincoln. In comes Gavin Gilstrap. Timeout called by St. Martin's with 10:23 remaining in the game.
Oladele with 12 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists right now. Triple-double. So unusual.
What a performance from Manuel Oladele. Pirelli's Pizza has been locally owned and operated for almost 30 years and is the preferred pizza partner of Saints Athletics. Their top-of-the-line ingredients and quality service make for a one-of-a-kind experience that you can't beat. Visit Hawks Prairie location to get a discount on 12 or 16-inch pizza. For over 70 years, Panowitz Jewelers has provided clients with exquisite beauty and unsurpassed quality from our spacious and accessible store in Olympia, Washington. Visit Panowitz.com, or for more information, stop by in person at 111 Market Street, Northeast. A look at storyline St. Martin's. It's been offensive clinic where we've seen 6 Saints, double-digit scoring. Gavin Gilstrap, for what it's worth, hinging with 4 fouls. The only Saint in foul trouble. Gilstrap has 4 of the 5 Saints fouls in the game. something to monitor to some extent with Gilstrap's playing time, 10 points. He does have the Saints' only block on the evening. Jaden Nielsen-Skinner back on the floor for the Saints. Emmanuel Adele 3-on-2. He takes the three. Rebound claimed by Kalige. Skipped up high. Elijah Williams. Out to Kalige. Knowledge Rubin with the bucket.
He's got 12 points now, Rubin does.
A quiet 12 for that matter.
Quiet 12. I agree with you on that. He's actually 5 for 8 from the floor, so he's a solid shooter.
And that's where Lincoln can find their points in the paint from Rubin. We have a stoppage in play with court being mopped. Lincoln will head to Utah tomorrow to take on Weber State before the next night heading to Ellensburg to take on Central Washington. Jacob Harper misses on the initial attempt. Kicked out to Nielsen-Skinner. Skinny's double teamed. Great pressure from Lincoln. Trejo Delgado, the find, the finish. It's Gavin Gilstrap. Here is McKessie. Chris McKessie from the perimeter. How about a deep three? Missed by Kalige. Nielsen-Skinner quickly ahead for St. Martin's. Backpedal to the outskirts and kick inside. Gilstrap fouled on the way. Gavin Gilstrap fouled by Lalu Kalige. So at the line, Gavin Gilstrap. First look at free throw line tonight for St. Martin's.
Gavin is 6 for 6 from the floor. Of course, a lot of those been in the paint, so they're high percentage, but still good scoring out.
Gilstrap having an efficient night. Again, look at what's next for St. Martin's, where they host Seattle Pacific on January the 2nd before Montana State University Billings welcome into Marcus Pavilion. Back end made by Gilstrap. 6 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line.
Yet to miss a shot tonight, Gilstrap.
Washington, left side, Chris Planty into the game for the Oaklanders. Kickball, possession to Lincoln. 8:45 remains in the ball game. Planty. Flexed for McKessie. Matched up on Oladele. Planty. He'll shoot a three and drill it. Chris Planty. Nielsen-Skinner lobbed open. Oladele closes in and scores. Daniel Oladele for SMU. 8:10 to go. Long three. McKessie drains the three.
We haven't heard from him for a little while, so he found the range.
Manuel Oladele kicked outside. Nielsen-Skinner had intentions of the three, discerned against it. Oladele matched up on McKessie. Kicked out. Harper, the three. Bang. Jacob Harper up to 13, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Towards the left side, Williams the answer. Missed it off the rim. Oladele back the other way. Trejo Delgado, Harper left alone. Got the three! Jacob Harper and the Saints have eclipsed triple digits. Washington. How about a long three? McKessie missed it. Trejo Delgado, 7:05 to play. Most points scored this season by the Saints is 102. Nielsen Skinner with help from Gilstrap off the rim. McKessie coast to coast. And a collision, a blocking foul called. You want offense, Rick, and you get all of that and plenty of scoring across the board. How about this? We have had, up to this point, 8 Saints that have played. 6 of them are at least 14 points.
And Skinner a point away from being doubles himself. The whole team could be in double figures. So,
but the story offensively for St. Martin's, if you had to pick, who would you pick as the one player that stood out?
Oladule tonight. That triple-double, those don't come around very often.
14, 14, and 11 for Emmanuel Oladele. But for Lincoln, scoring, how about the output from Lalu Kalige with 16 points, going 4 of 11 from 3. And although it's not going to wind up in a win for Lincoln, Lalu Kalige is one heck of a ball player.
He's a great player, and he deserves a lot of credit. You have to pay attention to where he is on the floor. You can't ignore him because he can stick it to you if you're not paying attention to where he's at.
And you have to stay on your toes against Lincoln. You blink once or twice, they're going to make you pay.
I agree with that. They're very athletic. Lincoln is speedy and lots of agility. They all jump well. They're a very athletic team.
McKessie misses first free throw. Attempts. 1 for 3 from the line, make it 2 for 4 on the evening for Lincoln. 6:45 remains. Harper lunges for Jaden Nielsen Skinner. He'll put one up and score. Double digits for Jaden Nielsen Skinner. He's up to 11. 6:30 to play. 106 points for St. Martin's. 5 away from eclipsing their season high. Washington to McKessie. First action for Joel Codner-Marshall. 3-point attempt from McKessie goes in and out. Trejo Delgado around to Washington. Harper out to Oladele. Thought about the 3, instead drives inside. Layup comes up short. 6 minutes to go. Left all alone is Chris Planty, a 3. Foils out. Here comes Jaden Nielsen Skinner. From left corner in front of the St. Martin's bench, he'll drive, kick to Oladele, out to Harper. Trejo Delgado, the 3, missed it. But there on the reply, Jacob Harper. 108-65, the lead for St. Martin's. Left wing side, here's a Washington on Harper, missed it. Nielsen Skinner back the other way for St. Martin's.
Delgado's gotten the last 3 rebounds. He's now got a double-double.
Harper in a straitjacket. Out to Oladele. Great move past Washington to the basket. Emmanuel Oladele putting on a clinic. Saints have tied their season high. McKessie up the wing. He scores coast to coast. Harper plays catch with Nielsen Skinner. Right back to J&S. Kept in play by Gilstrap in front of the Saints bench. Oladele finds Trejo Delgado. And the Saints have scored their most points all year at 112. McKessie, dish down low. Short on a drive from Knowledge Rubin. Nielsen Skinner off the right-handed dribble, watched by Planty. Kicked out to Harper. Oladele ignites the three, missed it. Trejo Delgado with the board. Gilstrap had a stab at it. Here comes Lincoln. Claude McKessie in stride. The finish from Joel Cotner Marshall with his first points of the game. The drive, Gilstrap, the finish. Up to 114 for the Saints. Claude McKessie. Lincoln. Cotner Marshall. Out to McKessie, a three. Off rim and out. Harper. Kicked out to Oladele. Manuel Oladele for Harper. From the outskirts, Trejo Delgado with 3:20 to play. Harper for Oladele. Closes, turns, spindle, shoots off the rim. Rebound available. Missed by Gilstrap. Oladele fouls McKessie.
Still not in the bonus. So
Oladele called on the infraction, 15 foul for St. Martin's. Timeout on the floor. At Twin Star Credit Union, it's more than just about providing a top-notch banking experience for our members. We have a long and proud history of investing in the communities we serve. Last year, we donated more than $1 million to help support local organizations, schools, and causes. We believe that everyone benefits from strong and vibrant communities. Stop by one of our local branches or visit twinstarcu.com to learn more. 114 points for St. Martin's, their most all year. But the story in this second half, from the outset, St. Martin's taking control in the paint.
Danny in the paint, that's a good comment because 70 of St. Martin's points have been in the paint versus just 40 for guys from Oakland, Lincoln.
Well, what stands out though, Rick, at the half, points in the paint were notched even at 28 all.
Yeah.
St. Martin's has outscored Lincoln 42-12 in the paint in the second half.
That's incredible.
And they have outscored the Oaklanders 55-28 in half number two. Here's Knowledge Rubin from the free throw line. Closes in on Dyson Lighthall. Lighthall tried to vacuum any opportunity for a shot. Instead, he's called on the foul. Lighthall with his first personal with 3 minutes left in the game. Next foul will put Lincoln in the bonus. 3 to play. Rubin at the line. Knowledge Rubin converts on the free throw attempt. And into the game, TJ Corbin the second for Lincoln. Seeing action. Back end missed by Rubin. 114-70. St. Martin's have a tough stretch, which includes Montana State University Billings. Dyson Lighthall vacuums another two. 116-70, the lead for St. Martin's. No look pass from Chris Planty. Knowledge Rubin missed on the J. Harper back the other way for St. Martin's to last 2:30 of regulation. Lobbed ahead. Gilstrap is fouled by Rubin. 2:26 to go.
It's really tough for Lincoln to defend the post position. These guys are just big guys. Gilstrap, Lighthall, just tough to defend.
Be a big game against Montana State University Billings on Saturday, as is the case against Seattle Pacific. Team finished nearly the same record as St. Martin's last year. Rubin in traffic, defended well by Gilstrap. 2:05 to go. Range by Edge Pixari for Jacob Harper. Harper works between the legs. Watched by Cotner Marshall, preserved by Rubin partially, but he was out of bounds. 1:53 left, regulation time. St. Martin's will up their record to 13-2 on the year. Before big-time battle against Seattle Pacific before welcoming in regular season champions last year in the GNAC. The three, first points tonight for Omar Edge Pixari. A drive from TJ Corbin, the second, well short. Jacob Harper to the last 90 of regulation. Harper, Omar Edge Pixari. No sequel performance. Codner Marshall closes on Trejo Delgado. Out to Planty. TJ Corbin the second. Codner Marshall disposed out of play off of Harper with 1:08 to go. Oaklanders will inbound. We'll recap the scoring for you. Conclusion of this game, there is plenty of it. TJ Corbin the second attempted the three. Here's Omar Edge Pixari.
Just watching that last rebound. SMU has out-rebounded Lincoln 54-24 this game. That size advantage makes a huge difference under the board.
Size advantage points in the paint, especially in the second half, stood out, carried the Saints. Edge Pixari missed on the jumper, but there to finish Dyson Layhall with 30 seconds to go. Lanny brings it up the floor for Lincoln with the shot clock virtually turned off. Last ditch three, TJ Corbin sinks the tray. Omar Edge Pixari will dribble it out. Closing seconds. St. Martin's with their highest scoring output offensively this season. They beat Lincoln 120-73. The most points Lincoln has allowed all season. Lincoln tomorrow will be in action against Weber State in Utah tomorrow night. Before the next night, they head up to Ellensburg to take on Central Washington before a 2 days rest against Eastern Washington. But for St. Martin's, they head into the Christmas break before they'll bring themselves into GNAC play, hosting Seattle Pacific and Montana State University Billings. But let's take a look at some of the final stats. Danny Bach alongside Rick Wells, and Rick, for Lincoln, as far as scoring is concerned, still plenty of optimism to carry before their trip to Weber State tomorrow night.
Yes, Collegiate had 16 points. He started out red hot in the first half, but SMU put a little bit tougher D on him, kind of shut down some of those opportunities in the second half. McKessie also had 16, and then the other double was Knowledge Rubin with 13. So 3 guys in double figures. I think the tail of the tape, offensive rebounds. We had so many putbacks, St. Martin's. 19 offensive boards to 2 offensive boards for Lincoln.
And then also with points in the paint, carrying significance in the second half, it was deadlocked 28-28 at the half, and boy, things different in half number 2.
Agreed.
With St. Martin's outscoring Lincoln in the paint with a whopping count of 46-13 to 12 in the second half. That's truly where this game was won and lost. But a look at some of the more intensified stats in the contest. What stands out? Well, Lincoln, although Lincoln never had the lead in the ball game, St. Martin's led by as many as 50. They end up winning by 47 tail end. Second chance points, always a standout stat. St. Martin's with the edge on Lincoln, 25-2. And then turnovers, St. Martin's able to produce 16 turnovers compared to Lincoln only forcing 4. But clear domination throughout. But for St. Martin's, as far as scoring is concerned, boy, it has been efficient. How about 6 players over 15 points on the evening?
That's just amazing. Of course, with 120 points, somebody's going to be scoring it. So, in fact, everybody on the team that got to play significant time all had double figures. One of the reserves went in, Pixari. He had a nice bucket. But everybody else, doubles. You had a triple-double for Oladele, and Delgado had a double-double with 17 points, 14 rebounds.
So, all-around offensive performance, and Aaron Landon and Tyler Velasquez have to love what they see heading into GNAC play, and although every game counts, they'll be put under more of a microscope when GNAC play starts. First, with a matchup against Seattle Pacific. With last year, St. Martin's finished 4th in the GNAC. Seattle Pacific finished in 6th. And with top 6 teams making the GNAC tournament, this game, well, you don't want to talk playoffs too soon, but
No.
This one could have major complications into how the postseason picture will work out in the GNAC.
Well, it also sends a statement around the league to play well in that game. And that puts everybody else on notice. So I'm sure the coaches are really focused on that happening.
That'll be also one of the keys, especially January 6th, and we'll be with you on GNAC TV with the coverage. A final look at statistics, scores for St. Martin's. Jaden Nielsen-Skinner finishes with 11 points and 7 assists. Marcel Stevens, the leading scorer for St. Martin's, with 20 points, going 4 of 7 from 3. Diego Trejo Delgado, 17 points, along with 14 boards, tied for the team lead with Manuel Oladele, who finishes with a triple-double, 16 points, 14 boards, and 12 assists, and also 3 steals. Dyson Lighthall, 18 points to go along with 7 rebounds. And then, of course, Omar Edge Pixari saw 2 points late. And then Jacob Harper, 18 points, including going 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Gavin Gilstrap, 18 points to go along with 9 rebounds and the only 2 blocks for St. Martin's in the game. That's all the time that we have for tonight's broadcast. A special thank you to everyone who makes this broadcast possible. For Student Information Director and our producer, Matt Schwarzler, and for Rick Wells, I'm Danny Buck saying so long and take care. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, you name it, to you at home. Thanks for letting us be a part of your evening. Your final score, the St. Martin Saints, 120. The Lincoln Oaklanders, 73. We'll see you next time here on GNAC TV.